Okay, so we're gonna set this up again and this college try here. Let's see if we can, oops,
Yeah,
there we go. See if we can,
yeah, well, good. Is this good or
yeah, I think this is great.
I'm still getting a little glare from it though.
It's
What?
fine. There's no glare. There's no glare.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Today we are going to be talking about season 2, episode 3 of the Fallout show, The Profligate, I believe. And I'm just really excited about it. So, first thing off the bat, I have to talk about the Legion, the guys in the red, the skirts, and using broken Roman language, broken language. I'm surprised. We saw them. We knew that they were probably going to be around season 2, seeing as they were like hinted at in trailers. The fact that we saw them at end of episode 2. Um, but I'm surprised that they're like that. All in all, honestly, Legion is doing pretty darn well for itself, especially after the death of Caesar, which is confirmed as Lucy and the slave that she rescued are brought into the camp. Uh, they meet the current leader of the Caesar's Legion and are shown that the true Caesar is dead, really dead, and now just a skeleton on top of a no man's land embankment, with the true heir to the throne of the Legion in his pocket, but no one's able to get up there because everyone else shoots at each other when they do.
I find that I find it kind of weird. I find it weird that you say they're doing all right because it seemed like they've got these two small camps. I mean, I guess if you're still alive, that's doing all right. Like the New California Republic was down to like two or three people, right?
Mhm.
So that doesn't seem like they're, I mean, I guess compared to them, you're doing all right.
Yeah, well,
But I also found it so weird that they were like
right next to each other.
feuding. It was like comedic,
But
sort of.
a few things. The reason I say they're doing all right in all intents and purposes is that Caesar was essentially the one guy keeping everything together as the leader when he was around. Like many people, both in the Legion and former legionaries, and also people who weren't there in part of it, said that without Caesar, the Legion would fall in like a year
Right.
to like infighting because like he had the head and the skill and the numbers to keep everyone in check and like how to dole out the right amount of punishment and brutality to keep
Right.
everyone scared and in line.
Right.
But with him out of the way, I'm am more I'm more surprised that like the Legion is only in two main groups that are feuding against each other, not like 20
Right.
different groups.
Yeah, I mean, again, because I am not the game player, I
Hmm.
was, it was interesting to see that there's a couple of people left from the new California Republic and Siegens, these are other people on the chessboard, so to speak, and my guess is we haven't seen the last of them, but
Hmm.
didn't really learn that much, you know.
Yeah.
The ghoul like walks in, knows them all, talks to them,
Hmm.
uh, and then kind of gets the hell out of there. Although I guess the point there is and rescues Lucy.
Right, yeah.
Uh, but he's just like cool hand Luke there, right? Like he's just like casually walking through everything and talking to people and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
It's interesting. He almost acts like the player character. He walks into this area that the players know uh uh like Camp Golf where
Right.
where in the game it was like a main hub of the NCR, like they had soldiers and stuff there. But now when he arrived, it's emptied out and like, he looks around looking trying to find where, the guys are and
Right.
then enters a building where he encounters a robot. Now I'm blanking on his name, but he was from the previous game, and
Howard or something like that. No.
it wasn't it was like some sort of like cowboyish name,
Oh,
like the Robo with the cowboy hat.
yeah.
And it's interesting because he's still around. And the thing is that he was essentially like an unmanned pilot for House to try to guide the player along to Robert House wanted him to go.
Oh, I
Like
see.
he was like a guy that would sometimes show up and like go like, "Hey, partner, you're here.
Right.
Fancy meeting you here. You should keep on going this direction."
Right. Right.
And so it's interesting that he's still active.
Yeah.
He's glitching and stuff, but he's still alive, which is
Well, so before we get to the robot, just to finish in the season Caesars or Kaiser as they were calling each other
mhm.
themselves or whatever, uh, that he does it like a double like
He does a double.
there's a humanity there, right? Because he does like a double cross and
Mhm.
he doesn't really toss the New California Republic to the wolves.
Right.
He blows up Caesar's Legion,
Yeah.
rescues Lucy.
Well, not in that what he does is like goes, "Hey guys, if you let me have Lucy, I'll tell you where the NCR remnants are."
Right,
And like maybe he told them where they actually were, maybe he didn't. But what does happen is that he gets Lucy, and as he's walking out, he spies some explosive barrels, like gunpowder something. And once he gets her out of there, he's like, I may have done something really smart or really stupid. We'll just have to see.
right,
As he flips a lighter and an explosion goes off in one side of the Caesar's Legion encampment. As they walk off, both sides fight each other because, like, hey, something exploded. We're gonna fight each other now.
right.
So, but in that scene, I think it's the most
But
kind
it's
thing he's
also a
ever.
way because they're chasing him, right? They're about to chase him,
Yeah, they just
right? But I just mean like from my point, rather than just the bits and pieces of his escape, the point is that he once again
saves Lucy.
saves Lucy,
Hmm.
and also once again, as to your point, like he may or may not have like told them really where they are,
Right.
but he does this blow up thing so that
He hurts the bad guys.
yeah, he hurts and he's decided they're bad guys. I don't, I
Oh,
mean, I guess they are, but
they are, believe like
yeah,
you saw the things that they were like doing to people and
to
women
people, right,
especially.
right. Anyways, I just mean there's still like a humanity within the ghoul there, right? So,
Like
I mean, I guess he's like, I don't know if he's just being nice to Lucy or if he's like dragging her along
yeah, like
because he needs a sidekick or
personally to me,
whatever.
I think this is like one of the most human things we've seen, or one of the most human things, at least this season, that the ghoul has done.
Right.
Like he talks to the dog as he's like digging a rad scorpion stinger thing out of
Hmm.
him, where he talks about like Theseus's ship, where like, are you still the same person as you were a few years ago, a
Hmm.
hundred years ago? And then he gets Lucy out, which he kind of needs to, but he does blow up Caesar's Legion guys, which is a good thing in all intents and purposes, but he didn't have to. He could have just
Right.
told them where the
Let them.
NCR
Right.
are and like,
Yeah.
walked off, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He hurt the bad guys in this, and
Mm.
it's great to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's still trying to figure out what his motivations are and stuff. But
Yeah.
um
Some
and so then he met the old robot, right?
right?
The Una robot with one wheel that is House's buddy or whatever.
Hmm.
So that was in the camp golf or whatever,
Yeah,
right? So
can't golf.
he
Yeah.
gets a bit of an update on where things are at and
Right.
what's going on and whatever. So you get another bit of history
Mhm.
through that robot.
Yeah, it seems that like the robot actually knows this guy
Right.
in some
But
capacity.
but then we're also in the other major plot line, right?
Hmm.
Which is Maximus uh
Maximus, right.
also meets the robot.
Oh, a different robot.
Oh, is it different? I thought it
Yeah,
was the same robot.
no, it's a much different one.
Okay.
There's some stuff I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So I didn't realize they looked similar
yeah,
to
they
me.
have similar builds but different personality
Right. Okay.
matrices.
Sorry, I thought there was a,
Hmm.
Coop, when he meets that house's robot or whatever, that's interesting because there's bits and pieces, and for me, I'm
Yeah.
trying to catch up what he's saying. They're talking about
Hmm.
old times and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But then there's the whole other Maximus
Right.
storyline, which
Hmm.
was um you definitely see things happening, right? Like
Hmm.
where he's getting drawn and stuff,
Yeah,
but it was also,
there's some lore implications
some
of that. And
exciting
yeah.
kind of battle
Mhm.
armor stuff, right? So,
Yeah, I want to talk about that. First, I want to finish off with the Cooper Howard arc.
mhm,
We it's interesting. We get some more flashbacks because it's really cool to see that like he always gets flashbacks essentially.
yeah,
So he gets some flashbacks where he's at this like veterans like party or something or like
yeah.
or gathering. And while there, he meets House. But the interesting thing is that even though he looks at him and like talks with him,
He may not realize who he is, right?
no, that's the interesting thing to me. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't know he the guy seems like, puffed up guy, but he doesn't know who he really
but
is.
House knows who he is, right? I
Yeah,
guess because he's a movie star and
right.
also like a war
But
hero,
yeah, but Cooper Howard he's seen like Robert House on adverts and stuff,
but he didn't
but this
realize
is a
it was,
different guy
yeah,
to him. Like he
yeah,
doesn't know who this is.
yeah,
And that's interesting to me.
yeah.
Now, off to the Maximus side. With from picking up from the last episode, the agreement, the gathering of like knights who want to like work together to defeat the Commonwealth guys, the moment that the Commonwealth guys show up, they break up. They're like, "Hey, so we wanted to help you, but now that they're here, we can't."
Yeah,
They're
sort of part tribe
chapters. Yeah,
chapters of the Brotherhood,
they're scared.
they bail and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
actually no.
Yeah, and like Maximus to his like leader, like, what if I just kill him? And like then the leader's like, ah yes, the sword may be useful, but it is stupid. Or
Right,
like belittles
right.
him.
Yeah, it gets yeah, and so you can see that like that was a dig at him.
Hmm.
So Maximus is like more motivated to be open to like, hey, what are my other opportunities,
Right.
right?
And he gets that opportunity
Yeah,
when he
like
meets up with the when the brother when the Commonwealth like, you know, like not scout but like
representative or
representative
yeah,
kind of
paladin,
yeah
yeah.
paladin kind of chats him up he butters
Oh,
him up
he
yeah
totally does, right?
and
Like he realizes he's important. He
yeah
realizes that he wants an ally or
yeah
what,
and while the leaders may be scared maybe
yeah,
he can get the sword on his side
right.
because if you do get the sword then like like Maximus does have a lot of sway even in his own right
Yeah,
especially with the
I
soldiers
think he recognizes that
yeah
he's a leader, and whether he wants to just get him to keep people on side or whether he's going to ask him to like
do something for
turn
him
or whatever it
yeah
is. But
and
then they go off on a pretty exciting
yeah.
adventure in armor and all the
Yeah,
rest
there's some
stuff, right?
things I want to add there. Like one, we can definitely see that like he's like buttering Maximus up, and Maximus is kind of falling for it. Like he sees this guy
Yeah.
who is definitely a soldier of some sort, like actually going out there and fighting,
Hmm.
and like he's the way he's talking about it, like, hey, I'm one of you, like you can trust me. It's like, I guess so. They get on a vertibird and they fly off to like just have some fun. And Maximus is surprised that like you just have like an extra set of power armor. And he's like, yeah, we get that. We have a bunch of stuff. And like he talks about like the specific parts of it. And like
Right.
I don't
So
know what you're talking about, but yeah, we just get all this stuff. And
yeah,
he's
and
so
we don't need a pilot. We fly it ourselves, and
yeah.
we yeah.
And they have like a little Star Wars thing where they fist bump as they're flying
Right.
around and stuff.
Right, but that also brings us to maybe one of the like the key moments of the show, right? Which is when they go in,
They find there's
they
this power source fluctuation thing.
well they see an unauthorized robot essentially, right?
Yeah,
or something.
what they get tipped off because there's a power fluctuation in like the middle of the desert. So there's
Right.
something there.
Right.
They go in power armor and like they have a little fun defeating this robot where like one of
Well,
them
that's the
is
thing. Yeah, they have a like a sport battle, and
right.
they're having like they're just teasing this robot, like
Yeah.
destroying it, right?
Yeah, but
Like
they're like joshing it out. We're like, come on, you
right.
use this thing, do it. It's cool. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he's using this jet powered
This, yeah,
Warhammer stuff,
yeah,
right?
it's really cool the fact
Right.
that like, yeah, it's just strap a rocket
Right.
to a
But
hammer.
yeah, but that after they've defeated that, that brings us to the big another kind of like
Ethical,
ethical
where
situation, right?
where Maximus and
Paladin.
the other, yeah, the Paladin arrive at this Nuka or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottling factory
Right.
where
Or
they
unbottling factory.
yeah, where they find like a bunch of kids and ghoulified kids
Right.
working to like remove bottles because they're currency
Bottle
basically.
caps.
Yeah, bottle
Yeah.
caps because they're currency in this world.
Yeah.
And like they do this and then the guy like s- goes like, "All right, everyone who's a human, like, smooth skin and stuff,
Stand on the right.
stand on the right behind like the conveyor belt, and
Yeah.
everyone who's doesn't look like that, everyone
Yeah.
who's like bumpy skin and stuff, stand right in front of me." And
Yeah.
Maximus knows what's happening. He's
Yeah.
like,
And but
"Don't do
as
it.
the
Don't
viewer, you don't know, like you know what's going to
happen," but
to
you don't
happen, but
know.
you don't know how it's going to turn out,
Right.
right?
But you
And
can but you can see Maximus is scared. He's
right.
scared for like he doesn't want these kids hurt. Like
Right.
he,
And but at that point I totally forgot that he had
hammer.
he had the jet powered
Yeah.
hammer, you know?
So while this is happening, the last guy to come out the conveyor belt is I forget his name, but in last season he was like Maximus's aide, kind
Right.
of, and he got
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah.
He's slowly turning into a ghoul, which is really cool to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And like he puts himself right in
And
front
they
of the
recognized
kids.
each other,
Yeah,
right?
it's interesting. Like this guy is running a like 12-hour like bottling like unbottling cap thing with these kids.
Yeah.
So, there's some moral thing issues there, but he wants to protect these
Yeah,
kids.
he's taking care
He
of them. I
he
mean, I
he's,
guess
he
they're
set up a robot to
yeah.
like guard them and like he like puts himself in front of the guy like,
Yeah.
"Hey, don't hurt them. You can hurt me, but just like don't
Yeah.
hurt them. I'm begging you." And Maxim is like, "Wait, it's you. I know you." And like the guy's about to shoot, and then Maximus brings down
Yeah,
the
the
hammer
paladin
on him.
on the paladin
Right.
head. Yeah, which is like now you got the real I just started a war, he said,
Yeah,
right?
the guy's like, "How you been? I think I've just started a civil war."
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And there's a few things that
We didn't see at all Lucy's dad in this one,
no,
right?
we didn't
Yeah.
see this, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
happy
I
seeing.
just mean in terms of the
Yeah,
storylines
we
that we
haven't.
didn't really see, and we didn't see her brother either.
No, no. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm guessing he's just testing more chips on rodents and our humans.
right.
Uh,
And maybe her brother's just gone to the beach,
yeah,
right?
but there's a few things more I want to talk about. So, one, ghoulified kids in the games. I don't think we've only seen like one or two ghoulified kids. Most of the time, almost exclusively, it's been adults
Right.
who are ghouls, but we get to see actually ghoulified kids in this, which is really interesting to see.
Yeah. That was one when the actors when I was saying that I saw something with the ghoul, Lucy and Maximus, the actors who played, answering the top Googled questions. And one of them was, can ghouls have kids? And so they
Yeah,
didn't
like
really, but like essentially they said, I don't think that a
y-
ghoul can make new babies,
y-
but
yeah, like I
to your
don't.
point that this is the first time we've seen kids who are ghouls.
Yeah, I'm assuming these were just either normal kids who like in the current
Recent,
time
yeah,
got like really rated and survived and just became ghouls, or they're 200-year-old kids. Not sure which is
right.
which, but it's interesting. Um, but to your point, I really don't think ghouls can have kids because
Right.
their skin is just barely hanging on.
Right.
Most of their insides are like
Yeah.
cooked from
Yeah.
radiation. So I,
Yeah. Yeah.
but another thing, while the pilot and him are flying, uh,
Hmm.
there's
In
this
the helicopter.
in the yeah vertibird, he talks about how like talks to Max like Maximus, we really need you guys to be with us to like give us the fusion stuff
Right.
because we're in a situation.
He's trying to get the trying. Yeah, he's there. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is that
Hmm.
Maximus's chapter
Yeah.
has the
This cold
cold
fusion stuff.
fusion opportunity. Right. They've got this
They
thing that everyone wants.
it's
So
infinite
that
energy
right.
basically.
So in a way, the paladin, well, before he got whacked on the head with a jetpack hammer,
Yeah.
he probably would have been happy just to take the cold fusion.
Hmm.
That would have been fine or
Yeah.
whatever,
And
right?
like,
But
hey, if he can get extra guys with him, that's an extra positive.
yeah,
But it's interesting. There's a bit of fear in him. Like while he was talking to Maximus, like he said, we really can't afford having to fight you guys right now.
right,
Because the Commonwealth, you think it's bad here. The Commonwealth is worse, which is interesting.
right.
In Fallout 4, there are four factions, the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, and then the Railroad and the Institute. The Institute were are basically scientists that survived when the bombs dropped and just held up underground in this like under part of the university and just kept on making more science stuff. And they got to a point where they were able to make Blade Runner air like essentially robots. Like they have like actual Blade
Oh,
Runner like synthetic
yeah,
humanoids
yeah.
and like they can pass as humans. They can even
Huh.
forget that they're robots if they're allowed
Oh,
to,
we
or
haven't met those yet, have
no.
we? Yeah,
But the way he talks about how like the like, hey, the Commonwealth is in danger. Like we're dealing with something bad. I'm thinking he was hinting at that. So for some reason, like one of the endings in Fallout 4 is that the Brotherhood could win, and their victory would be that they destroy the railroad who are interested in helping the synths escape, like, synths are humans too, and destroying the Institute, the guys who are making these synths, because they're
right.
abominations and stuff. But the way he talks about it makes me think that either the Institute is still alive and kicking as it was, or maybe it was defeated, but in some ways is still active.
Hmm.
Because like he's scared about
Yeah,
something. Like he's like, we need you guys to help
right. I
us.
mean, all of those people we don't know anything about yet,
Mm-mm,
right?
no,
So, yeah,
lot.
lots to learn.
Yeah.
Well, very exciting show, and
Very exciting episode as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Welcome to our new subscribers,
Yeah,
and
and
until
thank you for getting us to I think 30 views on our latest episode.
our latest viral episode on Stranger Things,
Hmm.
certainly across the board, Stranger Things is obviously dominating social media over the last few
Yeah,
days, and we rode the rode
we
that
rode that
way,
high.
rode
Yeah.
that wave.
Hmm.
But all
But
right, well, until we meet again,
until we meet again, take care, people.
take care, everyone.